Event 4 of the Individual Quadrilla Marble League is funnel jumping, an event you'll be familiar with from the qualifiers, and joining me today in commentary is someone you'll also be familiar with, a very special guest. It's the mastermind behind the Gardenia games and the cross-terrain clash. Please welcome Marshall.
Hello everyone, it is me Marshall, yes, and it is quite an honor to be here and to have a very fun event in store, that being funnel jumping. This is going to be a bracket style event where the winner of each heat will advance, and the main objective is to exit the funnel as fast as possible. Here are our 8 heats for today. Lots of interesting matchups for today's event. It's going to be a one for sure. Last time, Seabed did take the lead in the overall standings, but barely ahead of Sandstorm, Candy Corn, and Bluetail. But will they be able to hold on to that lead today?
So we're going to start off with Blizzard and Neptune. Blizzard on the far side, Neptune on the near side. The marble that gets in the funnel first will advance to the quarterfinals. And they jump. It's Blizzard that has a fast descent on the far side, but Neptune more accurate on the launch, and they will come out of the funnel first. Neptune will move on, and that's a top half streak of, I think, 3 events. Very solid for a marble that struggled a lot last season.
What a very good time by Neptune. They were able to shoot closer towards the middle of the funnel, and that made the difference as they get a nearly 2-second time. We're going to our second heat, Mystic Orb and Cobra in heat number 2. Mystic Orb on the far side, Cobra on the near side. And they are about to launch, and there they are. Mystic Orb with a lot of speed, and who's going to win? It's going to be Mystic Orb, just ahead of Cobra.
Yeah, Cobra has experience in this event in the Team Quadrilla Marble League as well, but that they are not taking well to this event and in the season as a whole. Really struggling as Cobra after a dead last in the last event. Mystic Orb, 3.29 seconds, not the fastest time we've seen, but that is good enough to get the win here over Cobra, and they are moving on to the quarterfinals. Now the next heat, Candy Corn and Rainforest. Candy Corn was the championship leader before the last event, lost it in the last event with a poor skiing event. Can they retake it here? They're much faster on the far side. Rainforest is close! Oh, and that's going to be close. Both of the marbles coming out of the funnels at very similar times. I think Candy Corn managed to get the win, but we'll have to see in the replay.
What a close one between both marbles, especially between 2 contenders for the lead, and Candy Corn barely gets it ahead of Rainforest, just less than 14 milliseconds behind. What a close heat. Next up is going to be Sandstorm and Goop. Sandstorm is also pretty high up in the standings. They could also give chase to Seabed's lead. Let's see if they can make up that gap today. There they off now. Both going on speed, but Goop with a fast time. They will rule ahead of Sandstorm in this heat.
Yeah, Goop was very quick on the launch. You can see, very accurate, I think. And that's going to be the fastest time we see of the day thus far. 1.6 seconds flat. That is a great time in Sandstorm. Despite having a 2.47, they could not match Goop. Quite unlucky for Sandstorm to be knocked out with that fast time. But their top half streak is done. Now we move on to Tarzan and Mozzarella. Mozzarella, also a very accurate launch, and they will do something very similar to what Goop did in the last heat. Mozzarella will continue their fine form after the last event, and they are going to move on to the quarterfinals. Tarzan will be knocked out.
Look at Tarzan though, they lost a lot of speed after that horrible bump against that funnel. But then that will not be enough to advance. Going on to heat number 6 out of 8, Void and Rasher going up next. Who's going to be the 1-2 advancing this heat? There they go now, very close in both marbles, but it's going to be Rasher edging out against Void. Rasher will beat Void in this heat, and they will continue trying to surge up the standings, trying to catch up to our leaders.
Yeah, Void had a very quick descent in the funnel, but I think overshot it on the far side. That is an issue that some of these marbles have with funnel jumping, and Void paid the price for it. Rasher, after struggling in the last 2 events, despite getting a bronze in the first, they will move on in funnel jumping. Now our championship leader, Seabed, in the 7th heat. They're facing Casper in this one. Casper did well in this event. In the qualifier, Seabed looks faster on the far side. Oh, but they overshoot the funnel, but so does Casper. And so Casper had an opportunity here to knock out the championship leader, but it was nothing doing. Seabed will move on and perhaps extend that lead over some of the other marbles.
Oh, Casper was oh so close to making out of the funnels first, but that slip up at the final part of the funnel costed them advancement, and Seabed will continue growing their lead. Going on to the final heat of this first stage, Bluetail versus Ecto. Very well-known marbles in the Individual Quadrilla Marble League, but who's going to be the one advancing out of the first round? Currently going on. Ecto's getting pretty close to Blue Tail, trying to catch up, but Ecto gets the win, barely edging on Blue Tail.
The derby from these Season 1 marbles, the Season 1 rivals, and it's Ecto that came out on top back then. It comes out on top here over Blue Tail. It looked like Blue Tail had the edge over Ecto for a lot of this match, but Ecto managed to keep it clean throughout, and 2.68 seconds, that is a good time, especially for a marble dead last in the standings right now. Blue Tail will get 11th, their second straight 11th place. Sandstorm, though, will get the best of the rest with that good time. Cobra, unfortunately, another poor event, and Casper gets dead last.
Going on to our first of the next stage, Neptune and Mystic Orb trying to catch up. Neptune in the lead, and they will get the win ahead of Mystic Orb. Very surprising showing from Neptune.
Yeah, Neptune has performed very well in the funnel jumping event. We saw them get the win in this event in the qualifiers, and they're continuing that fine form here. Mystic Orb, unfortunately, their run in this event will come to an end here, but that's still a respectable effort for them in the top half. And now we move on to Candy Corn and Goop. Candy Corn is giving chase to Seabed in the standings, especially for a marble that got advancement. Candy Corn would love to get into the semifinals here. Goop was very fast in their heat, and Goop is able to do it. They did exactly what they did in their heat and gets a very fast time.
What the heck, Goop? That was spectacular. They nearly made it in the first couple of seconds, but they did slip out of the main opening. But they were able to hold on against Candy Corn, and Goop will advance to the Candy Corn in this heat. Going on to our next quarterfinal, Mozzarella versus Rasher, both invited marbles from the team Quadrilla Marble League. Who's going to be the one out in the other today? Rasher with a horrible bump on the funnel, but they will advance nonetheless. What the heck? What a recovery from Rasher. Despite that horrible start, they were able to use that lack of momentum in their favor to win against Mozzarella.
Yeah, Rasher, some difficulty getting in that hole once they reached it, but still, they were fast enough to use the strategy that we've seen in the past in the team and individual league, where you just come to a stop and make a beeline to the hole, and they get the win over Mozzarella. What can Seabed and Ecto do to respond to that in the next quarterfinal, the final quarterfinal? Seabed looks faster on the far side, and Ecto is very slow on the near. Oh, that's going to be a very slow time for Ecto. Seabed easily going to get the win here on the far side. And our championship leader is going to make up even more ground. It's another top 4 result for them. Potentially another medal for Seabed.
This is not very good news for the marbles close up in the standings like Sandstorm and Candy Corn, as Seabed continues to reign supreme as they will do nothing but extend their lead even further. Going on to 58th, Ecto will be the one getting 8 by a decent margin, followed by Mystic Orb, Mozzarella, and Candy Corn getting 5th place. Very decent showing for them as going on to the first semi-final, Neptune and Goop, who's going to be our first finals in the funnel jumping event. Getting ready to jump off, go towards the finals. They go now, not with a lot of speed. Can they hold on? And they do. They will cruise to advancement in this heat.
And Neptune is guaranteed no less than silver with that performance here. Well, Goop is going to be very unfortunate to not advance here after fantastic time, sub 2 seconds in both their heat and their quarterfinal, but it's not even better than 4 seconds here. Easily going to lose out to Neptune in this first semi-final, but they're going to go to the bronze match to face one of Rasher and Seabed. These two clashed a lot last season. They've clashed this season as well. Only one can make it to the final. The Rasher's much faster on the far side. Oh, but it's going to be close. Seabed almost caught up, but I think Rasher got the win.
The Evil Empire is now out as Rasher was able to win against Seabed, and they will be the ones taking the ticket to the finals, fighting against Neptune. But Seabed is still in contention for a medal as they're going up against, I believe, Goop. And here they are for the bronze. Who's going to be able to get another medal in the standings? Getting ready off to going to the finals now. There they go now. Goop trying to hold on to the lead, but Seabed was just too fast, and they will take the bronze.
That's their second straight medal for Seabed. That's going to be very good for their championship hopes. Goop, they were hoping to get their first medal of the season here. Nothing doing though. 3.3 seconds is not good enough. They will settle for 4th place. And Seabed will stand on the lowest step of the podium. But who will stand on the top step of it? Neptune and Rasher. It's a bit of an underdog story here for Neptune. Rasher also chasing their first gold though. as they descend into the funnels. Oh, it looks neck and neck for both of them, but Rasher will be able to do it on the near side. They capture gold, their second ever gold in the Individual Quadrilla Marble League, and their first gold of Season 5. Neptune was hoping to get another gold here, but they will settle for second. But that's still a great performance from that marble in second place.
What a great showing for both of these marbles, but Rasher will be the one reigning supreme today, as they will stand on the top step of the podium with an amazing showing in today's event. Congrats to them, Neptune and Seabed, for doing a wonderful job today.
So 1/3 of the way through the Individual Quadrilla Marble League, and with that second medal, Seabed extends their advantage just 7 points over Candycorn, who takes second place, Sandstorm in third, and Rasher jumps 6 spots into fourth place. The next event will be the Broken Beam, which we saw from the qualifiers as well, and then a brand new event in the Sprint Shootout.